When your dog sleeps with you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it feels wonderful, but behind that warmth, there's something deeper that most owners completely miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your dog can do. And if you misread it, which most people do, you could be overlooking messages they've been sending you every single night. Let's start with what that choice really means. One, it was never just about the warmth. So why does your dog actually sleep with you? Most people think it's simple. You're warm, the bed is soie, and your dog just wants comfort. But here's the thing, dogs are resourceful. They find warmth in sunbeams, on rugs, curled under furniture. If comfort was all they needed, they have options. So why do they keep choosing you? Because sleep is when a dog is at their most defenseless. Every instinct wired into them over thousands of years says to find somewhere safe, somewhere hidden, somewhere no threat can reach. And instead, your dog walks past every quiet corner in your home and climbs into bed with a human many times their size. Research from the Department of Ethology at Eötvös-Loránd University found that dogs form deep attachment bonds with their owners, bonds that directly influence how well and how deeply they sleep. More strongly bonded dogs sleep better in the presence of their owner than when alone. Their nervous system genuinely relaxes when you're near. That's not a dog seeking a warm surface. That's a dog telling you, you are the place where I feel safe. And by the way, if your dog has suddenly stopped sleeping with you, don't brush it off. We'll come back to what that really means at the end. And it's something every owner should understand. Two, they're telling you that you're family. Have you ever watched your dog circle, sniff, and press themselves against you before finally settling down? Most owners think their dog is just getting comfortable. They're not. That's something much older than habit. Dogs are descendants of wolves, and in the wild, pack members slept together for warmth, protection, and social bonding. Our dog still carries that instinct. When they choose to sleep against you rather than alone in their own space, they are not just seeking proximity. They are placing you inside their pack, inside their family. Co-sleeping reinforces their position in the family unit and provides comfort during the most vulnerable hours. Think about that. While you sleep, your dog is not just resting, they're reinforcing something. Night after night, that closeness is their way of saying, this is where I belong, and this is who I belong to. That's not neediness, that's devotion. Three, they think you need protecting. Ever wonder why your dog chooses a specific spot? Right beside your head, down near your feet, pressed against your back. That placement isn't random, it's deliberate. When a dog sleeps at your feet, they're choosing the position furthest from your head. And from that spot, they feel they can keep watch over the surroundings. You can't see while you sleep. This goes back thousands of years. In the wild, pack members took turns watching over one another during rest. Not out of obligation, out of loyalty. Your dog, no matter how domesticated, how small, how pampered, has not forgotten that code. Watch where your dog positions themselves tonight. If they're facing the door, they're watching the entry point. If they're pressed against your side, they've decided that's where the threat might come from. They know they're small. They don't care. Something deep in them says, this human is mine to look after. And every single night they show up. Four, every position is a message. Does your dog curl into a tight ball, sprawl out, sleep with their back pressed to yours? Each of these is saying something different. And once you know what to look for, you'll never watch them sleep the same way again. The tight curl, nose tucked, paws pulled in, tail looped over the body. This is a throwback to wild instincts, protecting vital organs, conserving warmth. A dog that always sleeps like this may feel safe enough to be near you, but not quite safe enough to fully let go. It's closeness with a layer of caution still in place. The full sprawl, legs out, body loose, sometimes belly exposed. A dog exposing their stomach while sleeping is displaying profound trust and comfort. The belly is the most vulnerable part of any dog's body. Showing it means they believe completely that nothing bad will happen to them here. And then there's the back-to-back press, your dog's spine against yours. This means they trust that you have their back, literally and figuratively. They want to feel close and connected, while knowing that eyes and ears are covering the direction theirs aren't. That's not a dog taking up space. That's a bud in a partnership with you. 5. They've rewritten their whole day around you. Have you noticed your dog starting to wind down when you do, getting restless when you stay up late, already waiting by the bed before you've even thought about sleep? That's not coincidence. That's a choice they made for you, though. Dogs naturally have bursts of energy at dawn and dusk. It's wired into them from their wild ancestors. By nature, their schedule shouldn't line up with yours at all. But bonded dogs do something remarkable. Dogs naturally adapt their sleeping schedule to match their human family members, which is why many dogs seem to instinctively know when you're preparing for sleep. Think about that for a moment. Your dog's internal clock, built over thousands of years of evolution, gets quietly rewritten just to stay in rhythm with you. Not out of training, not out of habit, out of preference. You are their anchor, and every night they sync themselves to wherever you are. And hey, if any of this is making you see your dog differently right now, hit that like button and subscribe. It's how we reach more dog owners who want to understand their dogs on a deeper level. 6. They feel your heart before you say a word. Ever had a hard day and found your dog unusually close that night? Press tighter than usual. More still. Quieter. That's not coincidence either. Studies have shown that when dogs are with their owners, their heartbeats can actually sync up. They are that attuned to you. Your breathing, your restlessness, the subtle shift in how your body holds tension. Your dog reads all of it, even in sleep. When you're struggling, your dog doesn't know why, but they know something has changed, and their response, that extra closeness, that stillness, that warmth pressed against you in the dark, is not random comfort seeking. It's empathy, real, felt, acted upon empathy from an animal that has been reading human emotion for longer than recorded history. Night after night, sleeping beside you, your dog is quietly learning your baseline, what your calm feels like, what your worry feels like. And when something shifts, they notice before you've said a single word. 7. When they suddenly stop, listen carefully. What does it mean when a dog who always slept with you suddenly doesn't? This is what I mentioned at the beginning, and it's something every dog owner needs to understand. If your dog has slept beside you for months or years, and that suddenly changes, don't dismiss it. Sometimes the reason is physical. Pain, illness, or joint discomfort can cause a dog to seek out harder surfaces or solitary spaces. A change in consistent sleeping position or pattern can be one of the first signals that something has shifted in your dog's health, particularly in older dogs dealing with joint pain. A vet visit is worth considering. Sometimes it's environmental. A new person in the home, a disruption to routine, a shift in energy they can sense but you haven't noticed yet. What feels small to you can feel enormous to a dog whose world is built almost entirely on familiarity and scent. And sometimes it's emotional. Dogs remember. If something unsettling happened in that space, they may quietly pull back to protect themselves. Not to punish you, not out of indifference, out of self-preservation. The key is this: your dog chose to sleep beside you because you were the safest place they knew. If that changes, they're not being distant, they're communicating. So pay attention, watch, and if needed, gently help them find their way back to feeling safe again. Because that nightly ritual, that warm weight beside you in the dark, was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either.